Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
It gives us great pride in welcoming everyone to the White Coat Ceremony of PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research for the batch of 2021.
Kindly switch off your mobile phones or put them in silent mode. Thank you.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். அனைவரும் தங்களது அலைபேசியை தயவு செய்து ஸ்விட்ச் ஆஃப் செய்யவும் அல்லது சைலண்ட் மோடில் வைக்கவும். நன்றி.
Often seen as a symbol of authority and professionalism, the white coat frequently is conferred on new students during a ceremony held at the very beginning of medical school.
The ceremony signifies the beginning of medical students' journey to achieve the long white coat when they are becoming physicians. It also symbolizes professionalism, caring, and trust, which they must earn from their patients.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the procession.
We now invite the class of 2019 for the procession to welcome the class of 2021.
May we all now welcome the class of 2021 into the hall. Please cheer them as they enter. important to seek the blessings from the Almighty before any event begins. And an event of such magnitude is no exception. We invite Ms. Charulada Krishnan and Ms. Amy Mariam Jose to render the invocation.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிது தெக்கணமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you. Please be seated.
We now request the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp to mark the beginning of today's ceremony.
Thank you all. We invite our beloved principal, Dr. T. M. Subbarao, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, dignitaries on and off the dais, faculty, staff, students, parents, guardians, ladies and gentlemen. It all started in early Feb 2022 when Dr. Shantakumari, the in charge of the medical education unit of the institute, requested me to call for a meeting of the heads of departments of the first MBBS to plan for the foundation course for the class of 2021, which was expected to join shortly. The foundation course is a compulsory program and it is a part of the new competency-based medical education. The foundation course is an excellent concept where the students who join new are oriented into the institution, the campus, the facilities, and the academic requirements. It also gives them opportunities to learn basic skills such as first aid, basic life support, waste management, universal precautions, immunizations, etc. Other features of the module include orientation to the community, professional development, enhancement of language and computer skills, honing of sports and extracurricular skills, etc. The foundation course is coordinated by one of the heads of the departments of the first MBBS program, and this year it was the turn of the physiology department, and therefore the head of physiology department took care of the entire planning and execution. I would like to thank all the faculty, our invited guests, staff and students for their kind cooperation in the conduct of this program. The white coat ceremony signifies the end of the foundation course where the students are now better equipped to begin their life as a medico. As we were having a discussion as to whom to invite as our guests for this function, we decided unanimously to involve the Indian Medical Association because it is the IMA which is the only representative national voluntary organization of doctors of modern scientific system of medicine, which looks after the interests of doctors as well as the well-being of the community at large. The Coimbatore subchapter of the Indian Medical Association and the Tamil Nadu chapter of the Indian Medical Association in particular are extremely dynamic and progressive. Hence, we decided to invite our friends from the Coimbatore subchapter of the Indian Medical Association to distribute the white coats to the young medicos to signify the commencement of their journey as medical graduates. At this juncture, the person who came to my mind immediately was Dr. Karthik Prabhu, an alumnus of our institute and a dynamic leader of the Indian Medical Association, who has now moved from the Coimbatore chapter to the state chapter, and we hope to see him in the national executive as well. I sought his help to liaise with the office bearers to check their availability for their program, and I'm so happy that he responded in no time. They said, all my team is very, very interested to be part of this function and bless the young medicos. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. N. Satyan, consultant ophthalmologist, who serves as the president of the Coimbatore chapter of the Indian Medical Association. Welcome, Dr. Satyan. You can. It is a personal privilege to welcome Dr. Maheshwaran, Professor of Orthopedics and the Secretary of the Coimbatore subchapter of the Indian Medical Association. He was part of the Department of Pathology as a resident when I began my career here, and I'm so happy to see his progress in life. Welcome, Maheshwaran. I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Priya, consultant cardiologist, Vice President of the Coimbatore chapter of the IMA, and Dr. Karthik Prabhu, Assistant Secretary, State Chapter of IMA. As a couple, they have taken it upon themselves to help the medical community in all the spheres of development. We are very happy to have you both here. The administration in the team comprises of the Vice Principal, Academic Officer, in charge of Medical Education Unit, heads of departments. The hospital administration is taken care by the Medical Superintendent and the Medical Director, all of us being supported by a sound nursing team, the Quality Assurance team, and so on. The General Manager of Administration takes care and his team take care of the support services, including liaising with the university and the regulatory bodies through the academic section. The hostels are governed by the wardens and the managers. I very happily welcome all of them, the heads of institutions, our invited guests, all of my faculty, our postgraduates and staff who are vital to the functioning of the administrative teams. I'm extremely pleased to welcome Professor Vimal Kumar Govindan, Professor of Surgery, to this program. Dr. Vimal seated last there. He is a Professor of Surgery, a mentor to all of us. He is a go-to person whenever we have managerial issues. We are so happy that he has consented to administer the oath of Hippocrates to the young medicos in this function. The first MBBS program got curtailed from 16 months to 12 months when the new syllabus came in, and now to just 8 months because of the COVID pandemic. I would request the students to please focus on your academics on a day-to-day basis so that there is no room for last-minute anxieties. I would also request the parents to be in touch with their children on a regular basis because it will be a wonderful stress buster and a morale-boosting exercise. I appeal to my faculty to understand the students have been joining at varying points of time since the past 1.5 months, and it is difficult to know who has joined when, and therefore we need to be compassionate to all of them and help them progress in their academic journey. I welcome the class of 2021, their parents and their guardians to this function. I would like to inform you all that the management has granted free consultations to all of our students in the teaching hospital which is we also called as the B block. The costs for investigations and medications are highly subsidized. The students just need to walk in with their ID card and the registration will be done easily for them. I once again appeal to the parents to ensure that the entire family has been covered under medical insurance, because in times of ill health, money should not be a dissuading factor. As I have told you in the induction program, I would also like to once again request all the parents to take life insurance, term assurance plans in particular, as a contingency measure so that the child's education and quality of life goes uninterrupted. This campus has zero tolerance for ragging. If by chance any student feels that they have been ragged, I would request them to please inform the administration at the earliest. We will guard your confidentiality and see to that the wrongdoers are disciplined. I'm very happy that the class of 2019 has volunteered to conduct and be a part of this function in welcoming the freshers. A special welcome to the class of 2019 to this program. Lastly, I would like to mention that our institute has a dedicated center called PSG Wellness Center, which is located right outside the library complex. It is fortified by a team of psychologists and headed by a professor of clinical psychology trained from NIMHANS, Bangalore. The center conducts programs periodically to all the students aimed at mental welfare, especially in areas such as coping up with stress, handling mood fluctuations, etc. The center also offers free consultations to all of our students who feel that they may need some psychological assistance. Today, after this program, in the afternoon, a parent-teacher meeting is scheduled. I request the parents to also come to the conference room of the principal office and give your contact details such as your mobile number and email so that we can communicate with you frequently. I once again thank all the parents and students for having chosen our institute and for gracing this program by their presence. I would like to end my welcome address by reminding all of us that we miss Dr. S. Ramalingam, the late dean of our institute, who helped change the perception of this institute at international levels through his visionary endeavors. Good day to one and all. God bless. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome address.
May we now request Dr. K. Deepalakshmi, Professor and Head of Department of Physiology, to read her report on the foundation course as the program coordinator.
Happy morning to this August gathering. Build your empire on the firm foundation of the fundamentals. Quote by Low-Holtz. The goal of the foundation course is to prepare and sensitize the fresh medical students with the required knowledge and skills that will help them to get adapted to the professional environment. The major components of foundation course include various modules like orientation, skills, community orientation, professionalism, and ethics. We started the orientation module sessions on 21st February for 2021 batch of Phase 1 MBBS students with induction program. Our principal briefly introduced the legacy, vision, and mission of the institute and current expanse and state of the facilities and learning opportunities available here. He also focused on the institute's expectation from the students and gave an overview of MBBS curriculum, its structure, which lays emphasis on attainment of competencies, including the development of right attitude, ethics, professionalism, and communication skills, and its relation to the career pathways. New time frame and assessment pattern were also explained to the students. Academic Officer Dr. Sumitra added the information regarding curriculum, different phases of the course, various exams to be taken up, criteria for eligibility and passing exams, and how to track one's progress, need to maintain attendance, marks, and to meet all criteria, including the certification skills across all phases. Students were sensitized on various career options available after the completion of MBBS was discussed from the perspective of specialists from various fields. It was conducted as a panel discussion by Dr. Ramesh and his team. Work-life balance was highlighted, and students felt personal experiences shared by the panelists were really inspiring. Students were taught about the significance of working in a healthcare team and role of honesty, respect and trust during interaction with peers, seniors, faculty and healthcare workers through an interactive lecture. Students were asked to discuss and appreciate their expectation from nation, society, institution, peers, colleagues and patients and vice versa in groups, and the faculty members moderated their discussions. Session on roles of Indian medical graduate made the students realize and appreciate their role as clinician, leader, member of healthcare team, communicator, lifelong learner and professional. Dr. Selva Shanmugam, Technical Advisory Committee member of Ayush, gave a talk on complementary, alternate and integrative medicine. He elaborated on the principles of value of Siddha medicine and yoga, and he also enlightened the students how Siddha can become complementary and integrative to the existing system other than being an alternate system. Heads of the Phase 1 departments, Dr. Amuda, Head of the Department Anatomy, Dr. Jayachandran, Head of the Department Biochemistry, and myself briefly explained the academic programs, infrastructure, and assessment patterns of the first-year subjects. Guided tour was organized to orient the students to the college and hospital facilities. Students attended the above said sessions from 21st to 25th February, and other sessions were scheduled on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dr. Samiran, District Collector Coimbatore, addressed the students about the role of doctors in the society and their impact. It was an interactive session where the District Collector shared his journey from being a medical student to an administrator, and also shared the challenges and opportunities faced by him as an administrator. It was an inspiring and motivational session to the students. Community orientation module was conducted by the faculty members from Community Medicine Department. They oriented the students on healthcare delivery system in India with reference to primary, secondary and tertiary level. A brief introduction to the national health goals and policies were given. Structure and functioning of community health center was explained, and they also emphasized the basic principles of community health and disease. Students were taken to the community in batches where they had the experience of interacting with patients and get to know the disease impact in the community. So, during the foundation course, students were exposed to the community and got a bird's eye view of the social, demographic, environmental and cultural factors that influence the health and system of healthcare delivery at various levels. Concept of professionalism and ethics among healthcare professionals and consequences of unprofessional and unethical behavior were emphasized through interactive lecture using case scenarios. Altruism, an important professional virtue of a physician. Compassion, integrity, duty, responsibility, and trust are the core values that define the nature of physicians' work. Dr. Kesavino Aram, President Shanti Ashram and founder of International Center for Child and Public Health, gave an impressive speech on how well the doctors can contribute to the needs of the society. It created an immense impact on students. Good time management is essential to maintain academic performance as well as life outside the college. Significance and appropriate ways of time management was emphasized through an interactive lecture by Dr. Shantakumari. Session on mentoring helped the students to interact with selected senior students for informal guidance on academics, co-curricular, extracurricular activities, code of conduct in and around the campus, And it also eliminated the fear of ragging and established a good rapport with seniors. Mr. Silamarisan, Additional Deputy Superintendent of Police, sensitized the students on legal aspects of anti-ragging measures, gender harassment, and drug abuse. An interactive lecture session was conducted to introduce the concept of medical research, and it provided the overview of avenues for research available in PSC Imsr during their undergraduation, and it also highlighted the importance of research aptitude for becoming a good clinician. Students were sensitized about different types of disabilities, problems faced by the patients with disabilities, the need for empathy rather than sympathy while dealing with such patients through role play. Students were also informed about various laws in existence for safeguarding interests of the disabled. Session on cultural competency helped the students to understand and respect the cultural diversities and interact with those with different cultural values. As medical students are joining the institute from other states in India and also from outside India. Interactive lecture on stress management created awareness about the symptoms of stress and how to recognize stress and encourage the students to adapt various adaptive and rational coping techniques for handling and minimizing stress. Dr. Anuja Panikar, Professor of Psychology, and her team elaborated about their services they offer to the students through the Wellness Center, Students Wellness Center, to help the students who are in need in this regard. Sessions on different components of learning like group learning, pedagogy, methods of self-directed learning, collaborative learning, learning skill inventory help the students to identify and maximize their learning style and apply it in their routine learning process. Students were taught about the use of information and communication technology in teaching learning process by providing them with group activities which involves the use of PowerPoints, Word, Excel, and they were also given the hands-on training to access online resources and to do systematic literature search using search engines like PubMed. In skills module, students were exposed to the basic principles of hospital safety and trained in certain basic skills that are mandatory before they enter the clinics, which help to ensure patient and the student safety. Students were divided into 10 batches of 25 in each batch, and they are attending the 10 skill sets on rotation basis. Still, this program is going on. Students are yet to complete 5 more skill sets. In basic life support training, they undergo hands-on training to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation in a simulated environment, and this is handled by the faculty members of anesthesia department. First aid component of this course addresses the circumstances like foreign body, allergies, seizures, trauma, and breathing difficulty that require intervention and assistance before the patient is transferred to the emergency medical services. Faculty members from microbiology department are involved in teaching the students about the essential components of universal precautions, the correct techniques of hand washing, gloving, degloving, disinfection, handling sharp instruments, use of personal protective equipment, and they also demonstrate how to segregate and safely dispose the biohazardous materials in a simulated environment. They sensitize the students about the vaccination and the vaccine-preventable diseases and explain why vaccination is important for healthcare workers. It is very much essential to create awareness about the importance of documentation and records in medical practice among medical students. Faculty members from General Medicine and Forensic Department explain the defined protocols to the students to appreciate the importance of methodical documentation with reference to quality assurance as well as legal aspects. Good communication skills are essential for optimal doctor-patient relationship between the peers, colleagues in a team. Students are briefed about the basic elements of communication skills and explained about the importance of listening and empathy in communication and how to overcome the common barriers of communication with the help of case scenarios. In skills training, the use of local language in patient and peer interactions, as well as the ability to communicate and learn in English, were also demonstrated to the students by means of role plays and videos. Session on fire safety helped the students to learn about different types of fire extinguishers and how to use the fire extinguishers in various situations. Students were asked to showcase their talents in fine arts like creative writing, drawing, painting. And the students realized and appreciated the importance of foundation course and participated actively in all the sessions. The concepts taught were well conceived by the students, and they documented their reflection on the learning process. The faculty members who are involved also planned their sessions meticulously and presented the relevant content systematically and conducted the assessments wherever necessary. So as foundation course is nearing the completion, the foundation course team believes we have systematically and sequentially laid the stones for you all to walk on and achieve your goals in a big way. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us on the journey during the foundation course.
It is a pleasure to introduce a very important person of today's function, Dr. Satyan Nagamalai, President of IMA Coimbatore.
Dr. Satyan Nagamalai completed his MBBS from Coimbatore Medical College in the year 2000 and did his MS in ophthalmology from Aravind Eye Hospital in 2003. He went on to complete glaucoma training from Aravind Eye Hospital in the year 2009. From 2009 to 2011, he served as the Chief Medical Officer and Head of Glaucoma Services at Vasan Eye Care Center, Araspuram, Coimbatore. He has held various positions and posts, both in Ophthalmic Society and in the IMA.
He is currently the co-chairperson, Coimbatore Glaucoma Forum, and President, IMA Coimbatore Branch. He has organized glaucoma awareness campaign in and around Coimbatore for 5 consecutive years. He is an advisory board member of Pfizer Limited. He has many research papers and publications to his credit. He has also conducted many camps outside the state. Noteworthy are surgical camps in Tripura in 2006 and in Cameroon.
We invite Dr. Satyan to please address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Let us make this a very informal talk. Before I start talking, I want to thank management of PSG for inviting our IMA team for this white coat ceremony. Then especially Dr. Subbarao sir for personally being in touch and coordinating the event. Then I have 10 points for the young students and the parents. Before move on to those 10 points, I heartily congratulate every person, every student of 2021 batch to join MBBS is a big responsibility, and adoda major responsibility I could see relieved anxious faces behind parents. அப்பாடா நம்ம பையன் புள்ளெல்லாம் டாக்டர் ஆயிடுச்சு, இனிமேல் அவங்க பார்த்துப்பாங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. ட்ரூ, இட் இஸ் ட்ரூ. 25 இயர்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி when I joined MBBS in CMC, probably my parent had the same feeling, and I also had the same. இந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒரு 10 ரோல் இருக்கவங்களோட ஃபேஸ்லாம் பார்த்தா ரொம்ப ஆங்ஷியஸாக என்னென்னலாம் பண்ண போகிறோமோ என்னென்னலாம் ஆக போகிறோமோ அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ ரிலாக்ஸ், இட் இஸ் அ பிகினிங் அண்ட் யூ ஹேவ் டு என்ஜாய் திஸ் MBBS கோர்ஸ். இட்ஸ் அ கிரேட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. நீங்கள் எம்பிபிஎஸ் மெடிசன் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறது, இன்ஜினியரிங் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறதோட பீயிங் அ டாக்டர் அண்ட் ஜாயினிங் டு பிகம் அ டாக்டர், இட்ஸ் அ கிரேட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. We have great responsibility in the society based on our treatment, our behavior, our response to the society. நிறையா உப்பெல்லாம். ஸோ யூ ஹேவ் டு பி வெரி ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள். ஸோ அந்த ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி வந்து உப்பு இருந்தே யூ ஹேவ் டு இன்கல்கேட் இன் யுவர் டே டு டே ப்ராக்டிஸ். அது வந்துச்சுன்னா then when you start practicing, you have less problems. So start believing in yourself, start behaving responsibly, very, very important. Then regarding studies, I know நான் எப்படி 12th படித்தேன், நீங்களே எப்படி படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. ஸோ மை டாட்டர் இஸ் இன் 12th now. கம்ப்ளீட்டாக நான் படித்ததுக்கும் இப்போ 12th படிக்கிறவங்களுக்கும் ஒன்றுமே, எனக்கு போய் புக்கை திறந்தால் எனக்கு ஒன்றுமே தெரியல. ஸோ இட்ஸ் அ கிரேட் ஜாப். யூ ஆல் பாஸ் தோஸ் நீட் குவாலிட்டி எக்ஸாம்ஸ் அண்ட் ஜாயின்ட் MBBS. இட்ஸ் அ பிக் ஒவ்வொரு கொஷினும் 10 லைன் 11. நான் எனக்கு என்ட்ரன்ஸ் இருந்தப்போ 1.5 லைன் 2 லைன் தான் கொஷின்ஸ் இருக்கும். அப்போ வந்து கட் ஆஃபும் இருந்துச்சு, என்ட்ரன்ஸும் இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ வந்து நீட் அந்த டைமுக்குள்ளார அந்த கொஷின்ஸ்லாம் முடித்து அந்த மார்க் வாங்கி டு ரீச் ஹியர் யூ ஹவ் அச்சீவ்ட் ஆல்ரெடி. நீங்கள் ஒரு 50-60% டாக்டர் ஆகிட்டீங்க ஆல்ரெடி. ரெஸ்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் பிஹெச்டி வில் டேக் கேர். நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணாலும் அவங்க படிக்க வச்சுருவாங்க. ஐ நோ தட். ஏன்னா நான் 94ல் சிஎம்சியில் படிக்கிறப்ப ஐ ஹேட் ஃபியூ ஆஃப் மை, நான் திருச்செங்கோடு, அங்கேருந்து ஒரு 3-4 பேர் பிஹெச்டியில் படித்தாங்க. அவங்கெல்லாம் படிக்கிறது பார்த்து எனக்கு பயமாகவே இருக்கும். ஒவ்வொரு டைம் பார்க்குறப்ப என்னடா இது படிச்சுட்டு அதை படிச்சுட்டுன்னு சொல்லிக்கிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. நாங்கள் சிஎம்சியில் அப்படியே ஜாலியாக இருப்போம். ஸோ அது மாதிரி, ஸோ நீங்கள் பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து கவலையப்பட வேண்டாம். they will make sure your children pass out with flying colors. So don't mug up, learn with interest, especially don't 12th book கரைச்சி குடிச்ச மாதிரிலாம் எங்கெல்லாம் படிக்காதீங்க. don't mug up, கிளினிக்கலாக லேர்ன் பண்ணி இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டோட கேஷுவலாக படிங்க. இந்த ஃபவுண்டேஷன் கோர்ஸை பார்த்தாவே எனக்கு பயமாக இருக்குது. பயங்கரமாக ஃபவுண்டேஷன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில்லு, ஃபயர் சேஃப்டி பயங்கரம். ஸோ ஐ திங்க் இட்ஸ் அ கிரேட் ஸ்டார்ட். மெயினாக நிறையா பேர் நான் when I studied it was 110 students என் பேட்சில். ஆல் டாப்பர்ஸ் were not clinicians or not very good practitioners. எல்லாரும் அடுத்தது ரிசர்ச்சு, அடுத்தது நம்ம US போகலாமா UK போகலாமா அப்படி போயிட்டாங்க. நோ, you need not be a topper. Study well, learn clinics and practice here and serve in India. That is where you get tremendous satisfaction. இதை யாரும் சொல்கிறதே இல்லை. அதில் பாதி பேர் வந்து MBBS முடிச்சுட்டு என் பையன் பிளாப் எழுதிட்டான், USML எழுதிட்டான், US போயிட்டான், காசு மட்டும் வரும், வேறு எதுவுமே வராது. ஸோ தயவு செய்து டோன்ட் எவர் இமேஜின் ஐ வில் சென்ட் மை கிட் டு UK, US. நோ, சர்வ் ஹியர், யூ கெட் ட்ரெமெண்டஸ் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபிகேஷன். ஐயா சூப்பருங்கய்யா, நல்லா பண்ணிட்டீங்கயான்னு சொல்கிற அந்த திருப்தி வேறு எங்கேயுமே கிடைக்காது. தட் ஹேப்பன்ஸ் ஒன்லி இன் இந்தியா. ஸோ ட்ரை டு டூ இட். அண்ட் மெயினாக when they walked in, I saw a lot of people from cities, a lot of people from rural areas. நான் வந்து ராசிபுரம் கவர்மெண்ட் ஹையர் செகண்டரி ஸ்கூல், 400 ரூபா ஃபீஸு ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு. 12th 11th 400 ரூபா, 12th 400 ரூபா. ஸோ அந்த பேக்ரவுண்ட்லேருந்து வந்தோம். வர்றப்போ ஃபஸ்ட்டு டாக்டர் ஆஃப் மை ஃபேமிலி, மை ஃபாதர் இஸ் அ ஃபார்மர். எனக்கு ஆன்டீரியர் போஸ்டீரியர் ஆரிஜின் இன்சிஷன்னு தெரியறதுக்கே ஒரு 4 மாதம் 5 மாதம் ஆச்சு. ஆன்டீரியர்னா என்ன, போஸ்டீரியர்னா என்ன, ஆர்ஜின்னா என்ன, இன்சர்ஷன்னா என்னென்னு தெரியறதுக்கே ஒரு 6 மாதம் 4 மாதம் 6 மாதம் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஸோ ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் தோஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், உங்கள் இந்த பேட்ச் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் தோஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் who are weak or difficult to understand those subjects இந்த பேஸில் போகிறப்ப ஐடென்டிஃபை தோஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஹெல்ப் தம் அவுட். வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். எனக்கு அது மாதிரி 2-3 ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தாங்க, அதனால் நான் சொல்கிறேன். பட் அது மாதிரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், இஃப் யூ மார்க் மை வேர்ட் டுடே, அது மாதிரி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான் நாளைக்கு தே வில் பி வெரி சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல் இன் தர் ப்ராக்டிஸ். ஸோ ஏன்னா அவங்களுக்கு அந்த ஃபயர் அடங்கவே அடங்காது. It will keep burning and they will reach heights. So please help them out. And main enjoy life. MBBS படிக்கணும், பாஸ் பண்ணணும், லைஃப்பையும் என்னென்னு கற்றுக்கணும். 12th வரையிலும் மெஷின் மாதிரி படிச்சுட்டு இருப்பீங்க. MS போனால் மிஷின் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கணும். பிகாஸ் when I did my MS 7 AM to 7 PM தான் ஷெட்யூல். You never see sunrise, you never see sunset. You have to work. அரவிந்த், மதுரை, கோயம்புத்தூர் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு உங்களுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் தெரியும். ஸோ ஐ யூஸ் டு ஆப்ரேட் 80 to 100 பேஷண்ட்ஸ் அ டே, அது மாதிரிலாம் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ MBBS is a golden period. அதுக்காக படிக்கக்கூடாதுலாம் சொல்ல, படிக்கணும், பாஸ் பண்ணணும், செமஸ்டர்லாம் பேட்ச் விடாமல் பாஸ் பண்ணி வந்துடணும். பட் ஆனால் அதே டைம் லைஃப் என்னன்னு என்ஜாய் பண்ணவும் தெரியணும், எஸ்பெஷலி ஃபீமேல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஏன்னா இதை முடித்ததுக்கப்புறம் அடுத்த வேலை நம்மளுங்க உடனே கல்யாணம் பண்ணலாமா என்ன பண்ணலாமான்னு பார்த்தோம், பசங்க அப்படியே சுற்றுவாங்க. ஸோ அதனால் என்ஜாய் யுவர் லைஃப், வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். அண்ட் யூ ஒன்ட் கெட் திஸ் பீரியட் அகெயின், ஐ ப்ராமிஸ் யூ. MBBS மாதிரி ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்பும் கிடைக்காது, MBBS மாதிரி டைம் அண்ட் லைஃப்பும் கிடைக்காது. ஸோ தயவு செய்து. ஸோ கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில், I saw they taught about communication skill. I developed communication skill. I proud to say, being in கோயம்புத்தூரில் கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில்ல, கொங்கு தமிழில் கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில் கற்றுக்கலின்னா நீங்கள் எங்கேயுமே கற்றுக்க முடியாது. ஸோ ட்ரை டு டெவலப் த கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில். என்னோடய கோபர் சன் இஸ் ஹியர், செகண்ட் இயர் வந்துட்டான். அவன் சென்னை கையே. அவன் வந்து இப்போ ஒரு வருஷத்துலேயே அவங்க அம்மாட்ட நான் மெட்ராஸில் வரல, கோயம்புத்தூர்லேயே இருந்துக்கிறேன். ஸோ கோயம்புத்தூர் அட்ராக்ட்ஸ் அந்த கம்யூனிட்டி, பழக்க வழக்கம் எல்லாம் வந்து இட் அட்ராக்ட்ஸ் தோஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில் தயவு செய்து கற்றுக்குங்க. அண்ட் அவாய்ட் பேட் ஹேபிட்ஸ். டோன்ட் ட்ரிங்க், சி எது லிமிட்டோ அதை மட்டும் பண்ணுங்கள். I could see lot of shift in those behavioral changes. எனக்கு நிறையா பேரண்ட்ஸ், சீனியர்ஸ், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் அவங்களோட பசங்க பொண்ணுங்களாம் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவாய்ட் பேட் ஹேபிட்ஸ், தட் வில் நெவர் டேக் யூ டு யுவர் டெஸ்டினி. ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆன் வாட் யூ வாண்ட். அண்ட் தயவு செய்து லேர்ன் ரைட் அட்டிடியூட். பங்க்சுவாலிட்டி வெரி 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 இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். டாக்டருக்கு பங்க்சுவாலிட்டி வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். வெதர் இட் இஸ் அ மீட்டிங், whether it is your clinic, whether it is a conference, anywhere, be punctual. Whether it is your class, punctual. நீ தூங்காம போ, நைட்டு படிக்காம போ, அதை பற்றிலாம் இல்லை. பட் பி ஆன் டைம் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸர்ஸ். இன்னமும் ஐ ஸ்டில் ரிமெம்பர் என்னோட அனாட்டமி ஹெச்ஓடி, அவங்ககிட்ட நான் பண்ணது ரகலையே இல்லை. அவங்க பையன் பொண்ணு கல்யாணத்துக்குலாம் என்னை கூப்பிட்டாங்க. ஸோ ஐ ஸ்டில் பி இன் கான்டாக்ட் அண்ட் ஐ கோ டு தேர் ஃபேமிலி. இன்றைக்கும் ஏதாவது ஒரு பொங்கல், தீபாவளின்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு விஷஸ் கம்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ப்ரொஃபஸர்ஸ். என்னோட டீச்சர்ஸ்லேருந்து தான் வரும். ஐ ரெஸ்பெக்ட் அ லாட். ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் groom yourself, be a good citizen and try to become a world class doctor and serve in India. Thank you very much. Long live IMA and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring and truly motivational address. When faculty don medical students with their white coats, they are sending them on a path towards maintaining the same codes of ethics and responsibility that comes with being a physician.
We have amidst us 4 guests of honor who will be handing over the white coats to students to adorn. We invite Dr. Satya Nagamalai and Dr. K.S. Maheshwaran, President and Secretary, respectively, of Coimbatore Chapter of the Indian Medical Association, to the front of the dais to hand over the white coats to the young budding doctors from roll numbers 1 to 124. Aditya G and Aditya SR. Aradhi Subramani and Arutra SN. Aradhi Subramani. Aradhi Subramani and Arutra SN. Abhinaya B. and Abhirami Balaprabhan. Abhinandan G. and Abhinaya B. Abhirami L. and Abhirami Dharmasivam. Abhishek K.R. and Adeline Rajakumari D. Aditya Nadarajan P. and Afsari Banu Z. Alish Hepzibah Samuel and Aishwarya Sahasa R.
I request the audience to please cheer for the students.
Ajit K. and Ajmal Ashraf Shahjahan. Akhilan Aravanan A. and Akshaya R.
Alagammai S. and Amrita Shri. Amrita Varshni S. and Amrita S. Ananta Padmanaman R. Anantini S. A. Ananya S. and Anuradha Krishnan A. Anish SV and Anushri SV. Aprajit Srinivas P. and Aravindan M. Aravind S. and Arjun Kumar. Arputa Aarti S. and Avantika A. Aisha Bhavadeen and Badri Narayanan R. Balachandar I. and Benjamin Philip Varki.
I request you, parents can be seated. Official photos will be collected. Bhagyashri G. and Bharati Balasubramani. Bhavadarini T. and Brijesh P.K. Brinda B. and Davina Anjali Arugyasamy. Deepika Shri E. Deepak Darshan R. Deepak Raghav P. and Devadarshini M. Devadarshini T. and Dharani B. Darshika S. and Darshini K. Darshini T. and Divij R. Faustino JJ and Fawaz Jamal Mohammed. Gayatri S. and Gauri Prasad R.
Gregory S. Roslin and Guru Devanand S. Hamant Sencha SD and Hamruta J. Hamsavini A and Haranlal SV. Harini Shweta M and Harini B. Harini Alamele and Harish R. Harshini R and Harshini VS. Hemesh VM and Hita Prada S. Induleka Sasi and Jai Santosh SS. Janini Mahesh and Janini SS. Jayasurya J and Jeevan Satish Kumar.
Jayarusha Rupan J and Jyotsina Shri R. Kalpana Chawla T and Kalyani A. Kamlesh Krishna SU and Karthik KR. Karthik Solayappan C and Karthikeyan D. Karthikeyan M and Kaushik E. Kavinmalar V and Kavyavarthini A. Kayalvidi M and Kayalvidi T. Kirtivasan R and Kevin Rajiv. Khudsiya Mujibur Rahman and Krishik Sahshan. Kirtana Gobalakrishnan and Kirtiga S.
Kripa Sagri Musheli and Kritika Shri MD. Lakshmi Jaya Saravanan and Logesh Ram R. Madhumita Balamurugan and Madriya L. Mahamati V and Maharajodi Raja M. Mahesh Kumar K and Malini K. Mano Harshadan K and Manushri Pavan Kumar. Matya Alagan S and Megha Varshni R. Meghna Prem Kumar K and Miduna M. Minushri Babilal and Brilanini P. Mohalata R and Muhammad Aslam S. Muhammad Fayaz and Muhammad Subakhan S. Muhammad Abu Bakr Haji Muhammad Mohit Naren K.
Thank you, sirs.
We now request Dr. Priya, Vice President IMA, and Dr. Karthik Prabhu, IMA State Assistant Secretary and an alumnus of PSG, to come to the front of the dais and to continue handing over of the whiteboards.
Mrinalini and Mukutanji. Muntasir M and Nandakishore M. Nandini J.M. and Nandini Saravanan. Nandita M.V. and Naren Babu M. Nayantara Karthik and Neha Guruswamy. Netra R and Netra V. Netra R and Nidhi Manoj. Nikita S and Nitin Amrish JS.
I request the parents to please be seated. Official photographers will take the photos and you can collect it later on. Thank you. Nitish Kumar V and Nitish Sadasivam C. Niveda S and Nivedita T. Nurul Huda and Padmaja G. Pooja A and Pragalpa RM. Prajeshwar S and Pranav S. Pranav Gayatri UP and Pranita MR. Pranesh R and Pratiksha R. Pratish SK and Praveen C. Preetiga MR and Prem M Khathuria. Preetam Abhinav J and Raghavi C.
Rahul Prasanna and Raja Kamachi P. Rakshida S.A. and Ramni Vedan G.V. Reshma Pangaj P.B. and Ricky Francis R. Rithami R.T. and Ritika Rajesh. Rohini T. and Sachin M. Sachin Emmanuel R. and Sahana Shri K.T. Sai Amrita Varshini V. and Sai Matangi A. Sakshi Somani and Samyukta S. Sanjeet Kumar and Sanjida S.
Check. I request the parents to please be seated. We'll give you all the photographs. The students are not able to go to their places. Parents, please cooperate. Request the parents to please make way. We'll resume after the parents are seated. Parents, please be seated. We will share all the photographs with the awards and they will in turn share it with you. And this program is also being live streamed in YouTube. You can watch it live as well. Please be seated. Thank you for understanding.
Sankarshana R and Santosh V.
Sarvesh Kumar Thakur and Shankar Ramnath M. Sharmika E and Sheba John Bosco. Sheikh Rashid U and Sheldo Senthil. Shifa Fatima Habib Rahman and Shivani Priya. Sriniti AM and Shri Vignesh S. Shriya P. Sangameshwar and Shreya Nandakumar. Shreya Srivatsava and Shreya SK.
Shreya SR and Shreyas S. Shreyas Raman and Shri Ranjani B. Shri Suveda SK and Shri Janani RS.
Shweta AR and Siddharth S. Sindhuja Padmanabhan and Sirish M. Sitesh A and Sivaramakrishnan S. Sneha Sri Kumar and Sri Devi M. Sri Charan Kosigan and Sri Ram P. Sri Ram S and Sri Ram Shashank G. Sri Varshan D and Sri Vatsan K. Shruti S and Subramani Karthikeyan. Subrat BS and Sudarshana Krishnan R. Sudish A and Sudarsh Ishwaran B.
Surender S and Sushma R. Shweta B and Shweta S. Sweta Selvaraj and Tamil Arasi D. Tamil Arasu S and Tanya V. Tharani Saktivel and Tanvir Mohammed. Tarunraj K and Vaishali Vasanta Kumar. Vaishnavi V.S. and Vaityanathan S. Varun Manivel and Vasundhara Ishwar. Velayudham S.K. and Venisha Jose B. Venkata Chandran G and Vidya M. Vidisha Mohan and Vikram S. Vimal S and Vimala Darshini N. Vimalesh M and Vinaya Bala B. Krishnan. Vipin G and Vishal MP. Yasmin Nishad Kuni and Yoga Kirtini J.
Thank you, ma'am and sir.
May we now request our principal, Dr. T. M. Subbarao, to present mementos to our guests of honor as a token of our gratitude.
Thank you, sir. We now request Dr. Vimal Kumar Govindan, Professor of General Surgery, to administer the oath of Hippocrates. We request the students to rise from their seats, wear their coat, and take the oath.
I will ask you to repeat after me. And the first time you say I would like you to state your name. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I'll give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of health care. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now invite our alumnus, Dr. Karthik Prabhu, to offer his felicitations.
Please be seated, students.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and dear friends. First of all, as a proud alumni of PSG, I would like to thank Subbarao sir for inviting me and Indian Medical Association to be part of this white coat ceremony. Friends, I would just like to tell a few points which I hope will matter a lot in years to come for all of your endeavors in future. If you are true and you love your institute will always back you up. For example, sometime before, Subbarao sir was also my teacher. I did my post-graduation here. He said, Karthik, you should come to national posts and other things all in the association. I'm happy to share that I'm already heading all hospitals in Tamil Nadu as its chairman, and I'm also the joint secretary for Hospital Board of India. And I also head Medical Students Network of Indian Medical Association across the country. And I'm also into some other associations. Why I'm telling this is, as a person heading the hospitals, I have traveled far and wide, not only in our state, but also in many other states. Now, when you are inside PSG, You are into one of the best and premium institutes, and I'm telling you, you're really blessed to be part of this institute because you have wonderful teachers, committed teachers, wonderful clinical material, and you name it, it's a very safe, secure, and a beautiful place to stay in. But when you come out of MBBS, life is not going to be the same anymore. This is such a protected environment where parents especially can be rest assured that your child is in PSG, they are in a very, very safe environment. But again, when you come out as doctors, don't be scared. Indian Medical Association is always there to help you, to guide you in many of the problems which potentially you could face in future. Why I wanted to tell you regarding the hospital association is, we see so many medico-legal cases, so many complications, so many conflicts. Sunday, so many things, so many goons, so many problems come because there is some gap. We have given some gap where the media or anybody else could misinterpret or create so many issues. But when we learn medicine, we should learn in the most ethical way how it should be. And that institute should by principle also hold to the utmost ethics. And I'm sure as a student here and an alumni of PSG, our institution and our hospital follows the highest standard of ethics anywhere across the country. I can proudly tell you that. So learning in such an institute, in your mindset, you already have a beautiful, ethical, structured protocol of learning medicine, which is going to help you a lot in future. This apart, leave the academic and the clinical part of it. I did my MBBS in Ramchandra Medical College. I did my post-graduation of dermatology in PSG Institute of Medical Sciences. I have never been a great merit student throughout my career. I had a lot of breaks, but I have never scared of any failure because I always believe degree can be delayed but never denied. As long as we again study, we clear up, we will clear it. So never be scared of exams. And never respect your teachers only for exam's sake. Respect your teacher as a teacher. That will carry the love and affection, like what Dr. Satyan said. Wishing our teachers, being in touch with them, and their well-wish also comes back only when we are true to them and we really love and have good affection for them. So develop that attitude. Exams will come and go. It doesn't mean we get the highest merit, we are going to be the most successful doctor in life. No. Success definitely lies in our attitude, how we are going to face it. And for that attitude, I would say in Indian Medical Association Medical Students Network, which each and every unit is going to happen in all medical colleges in the country, we are planning to empower them for their psychological support. We are having a team, but PSG has already done it. So our institute always stands apart even before other people think here things are there for you. So friends, coming out, why I'm telling, apart from the subject, when I came to dermatology here, I attended a course called Research Methodology Program. A workshop was there. Even Subbarao sir showed the pictures of, in 2004, which course I attended. I would tell you friends, don't think bookla padikkirathu mattunda is going to happen. No. This research methodology courses, especially my professor, Dr. Srinivas was one of the teacher in that research methodology. They should teach us how to make a presentation. I'm telling you friends, it's not only what we know, it is how we present what we know. You need not know everything to make a good presentation, but you should know to make a good presentation to at least bring out what little you know. This is going to help in your clinical examinations, especially orals, or your presentation for any award papers. As a student in PSG dermatology, I had received the best paper award in the country in my dermatology international conference. Then in my state conference, I was never worthy of being so academic to get these awards. But the way the presentation and the teacher's guidance, see, only guidance can be given. We have to run the race. So friends, I'm telling you, a lot of small things which we learn is going to be very useful in life. And once you come out, please become members of Indian Medical Association. I have a lot to say, but for want of time, please go out, get the blessings of your parents who have supported all this way to bring you all here. And all the very best for a great career ahead. Any help from my side or Indian Medical Association side, we'll be always happy to do anything for you. Whatever support you require, when you come out, Indian Medical Association is waiting. And thanks, PSG management. Thank you one and all for the opportunity. Good day.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words and allowing us to aim high and dream fly. Degrees can truly be delayed but never denied. Thank you, sir. We now request Dr. S. Shantakumari, Professor and Head of Pathology, to propose the vote of thanks.
அவைக்கு என் முதற்கண் வணக்கங்கள். Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research on the occasion of White Coat Ceremony for the batch of 2021. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Satyan for having graced this occasion. Your presence is a source of great inspiration and encouragement to our young budding doctors. Thank you. I thank Dr. Maheshwaran and Dr. Priya for gracing the occasion and Dr. Karthik for his kind words of appreciation. Thank you all. My heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. T.M. Subbarao, for being a source of strength and guidance throughout. Thank you. I thank Dr. Vimal Kumar Govindan for administering the Hippocratic Oath in this ceremony, which signifies the beginning of a great journey for the batch of 2021. Thank you, sir. The story of the foundation course could not have been delivered better than the person who was instrumental in coordinating. Thank you, Dr. Deepa Lakshmi. I would also like to thank the team of first-year faculty, postgraduates, and other supporting staff of all the 3 departments for having coordinated the entire course and the day's event. I thank each one of the faculty members and resource persons of the foundation course team who were instrumental in teaching the various modules given by NMC. I thank all the external faculty who took sessions for us in spite of their busy schedule, including the District Collector, Dr. Samiran, Mr. Silambarasan, the Assistant DSP, Dr. Selva Shanmugam from Ayush, and Dr. Aram. I also thank the ever-willing faculty members of MEU, curriculum committee and subcommittee members for accepting to coordinate and conduct various sessions. I also thank the staff of MEU and the academic office for their supporting role in organizing this course. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sumitra for her inputs and support. I thank the faculty coordinators of today's event, Dr. Jagdishwar Raj, Dr. Rajeshwari, Dr. Nandini Aishwarya, and Mr. Deva and Ms. Gauri from the AMC desk and student volunteers of 2K19 batch. Thank you all. I thank the parents of 2021 batch who were here to witness the ceremony and the students themselves who were present in full attendance. I thank the administrative office, the engineering, the audiovisual technicians, electrical and IT department, dietary and housekeeping departments of PSG IMSR for their support for smooth conduct of this entire event. மாணவர்களே, அஸ்திவாரம் அமைத்து கொடுத்துள்ளோம். சிறந்த மருத்துவர்களாக வலம் வர எங்களது வாழ்த்துக்கள். Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the dignitaries and the class of 2021 leave the hall.
It's going to say later on. As the recession is in progress, we have 3 important announcements to make. The class of 2021 will please turn right as you exit the auditorium for a group photograph with the dignitaries. We request all others to please be seated after the recession. Once the group photograph is over, the class of 2021 will entertain you with a cultural show for about 30 minutes, after which we invite you all to join us for lunch in the lawns of the auditorium.